Good afternoon and welcome to another segment of Environmental Alert. I am Howard Yuslatan.
I am Kate Ross. Today we're covering an issue that has strangely grown out of control: environmental pollution in Ñaña and Chosico. Two districts rich in history and nature, but increasingly negative nature.
Ka, all it said is a short walk through Ñaña to seduce a prop. A street file with pile up garbage west, thrown into the street. Over here, trash boring me. Ka, all it takes is a short walk through Ñaña to seduce a problem. A street file with pile up garbage was thrown into the street. Over here, the trash boring me.
Exactly, Howard. And it just a one incident. Recent reports what went to collection service are inconsistent. In some areas, garbage trucks don't show up for weeks. With no other options, many people landlocked burning their trash, producing toxic smoke.
But why is this happening? There are several causes. It starts with the lack of municipal infrastructure to support better urban growth. Yella and Tulsika have expanded dramatically in the last 2 decades, but public service haven't kept pace.
Add to that issues of poor urban planning. There are homes building right on the banks of Freeman River, many without access to basic utilities. Informal urban sprays has brought serious problems in ways mounted.
There's also a lack of environmental education. Some people see throw garbage into the river or empty the box, unaware of the lost journey.
And those consequences are already being felt. The Rima River, which runs through Ñaña and Chosica, receives both domestic and industrial waste. This contaminates the water and affects local flora and fauna.
So there's also big community health issue. According to Lima AIDS Health Network, there's been a rise in respiratory and skin disease like it to trash burning and garbage bulldog near homes.
Let's not forget that physical. So living in a pollution and environment causes stress, a sense of abandoning, and impacts overall quality of life.
So what are the authorities doing? The municipality of Lurigat has announced clearcut campaigns, but many of these are isolated and were not allowed to launch third fall.
There are also workload efforts, real help residents or dances. We can collect notes. But clearly, this isn't enough without institutional support.
What's needed is a competency strategy, environmental education, investment in basic service, enforcement against polluting companies, and urban claim.
Informed civic participations, pollution in everyone's problems. Ñaña and Chasica deserted clean and safe environmental.
We'll continue tracking this issue. If you live in Ñaña, Jessica, or none of other affected areas, you can reach out to us. We want your voice to be heard.
We'll leave you with a video of the mini report. See you next time. This was Alert with Catherine Rojas.
And I am more until next time. See you next time. Each year, about 7 million people die prematurely because of air pollution. Means what? Deeper into create. We must ask ourselves, are we in time to change this situation? According to his meditation, in 34 viewers for 100 ppm of CO2 in the atmosphere, the highest level in 3 million years. Fantastic mean parts 2 million tell you us how many molecules of CO2 are in the air. Parts per million tells you us how many molecules of CO2 are in the air. In single words, this means much pollution in the air we breathe every day. The result are extreme effect with historic floods, once drought and melting glaciers. This crisis is not only affecting our countries, it is affecting the us. Right now, today, we are going to explore what is happening, and what we can do about it.
Five of the most polluted cities in the world are New Delhi, Dhaka, Mexico City, Lima, and Jakarta. These five cities have in common three things: too many buses, too many parks, too many motorcycles. All of them use fossil fuels like gasoline and diesel. This pattern releases gases that pollute the air. The result, clouds of smoke that make it hard to breathe, especially children and older. But cars are not the only problem. In 2023, planes released 1 billion tons of PO. That's like 250 million cars running every day for an entire year. Today, many people ask for stronger rules. They ask for a carbon tax, making polluters pay more for releasing gases to warm to the planet. However, big oil companies block these laws. They have too much money and too much influence. For a while from the city center in Ñaña, a place near the Ramiro Priale Highway, the air pollution is out of control. The air contains PM2.5 particles at 20 times the safe limit set by the World Health Organization. What are PM2.5 particles? They are tiny pieces of dust, soil, and chemicals, smaller than the weight of the Earth. These tiny particles can enter the lungs and cause serious illness, like asthma, heart disease, and even cancer. Why is that happening? Because factories in this area have been releasing toxic gases and hiding that. According to environmental engineers, the authorities rightly review these factories. Sometimes the data that factories send to the government is false. Meanwhile, people in Ñaña breathe contaminated air every day. The remote river is also polluted, making it unsafe for agriculture and drinking. But not all is lost. Just a few kilometers away at the Green Wine Park, clean energy is being created every day. This wine park powers 200,000 homes. This proves that alternatives already exist. We have the technology and the resource. What we must do is make these alternatives a priority.
This is your moment to act. Did you know that in 2023 carbon price tolls, like taxes and Amazon trading, reached $104 billion globally, covering only 24% of CO2 emissions, a $1,000 per to carbon that's could reduce emission by 20%. This an investment in clean air and health